Right, Darryl?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, always.
So, you cats have been there from the beginning. Talk about the early days of when you guys first started out.
Oh, well, we're called Chops Horns.
Right.
We've had a 30-plus year history in this business. And we honed our recording skills at Sugar Hill Gang Records with Doug. Doug, Skip, and the boys. They were the rhythm section. We were the horn section. What was the movie, the Motown movie?
Yeah, standing in the shadows of Motown. We were the Funk Brothers of hip hop.
Right.
Yeah, we were standing
Basically.
in the shadows of
Right.
rap.
Now,
Hey, Glenn.
Hi, my name is Dave Watson, the leader of Chops Horns, and we are at the Royal York Hotel in Toronto, Canada.
And I'm Darryl Dixon, the founder of Chops Horns.
being a New Yorker myself,
Okay.
I know about Sugar Hill Gang and a
Inglewood.
huge collective of people. You guys among them. So who else would we know from that collective other than Doug? Talk about some of the people who came out of that whole.
Sequence. What was the girl that came out on her own?
Oh, Angie Stone.
Angie
She
Stone.
was she was B. Angie B.
She was-
She was B. Angie B. In sequence.
And you had Grandmaster Flash and the
Grandmaster
Furious
Flash
Five.
and Furious Five.
Now there was a horn line, boo-wee-da-da-da-da,
Freedom.
about freedom.
That was the
Song
name of the
Freedom.
song, Freedom, yep.
And maybe 5 other people have sampled that lick. Name some of them, Darryl. You remember the girls. TLC.
TLC sampled that.
Yeah, they sampled it.
Yeah.
Quite a few bands sampled it.
Yep.
But that was kind of our start. And then we wound up on the road to Police
Ah,
with Sting and Andy and those guys. We did a world tour with them, the Ghost in the Machine tour.
Nice.
We left that. And then we did some recording for the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
2004, Bob Dylan. And then we got more into the R&B scene. But Doug,
I love these
Doug
dudes.
is the man. I mean, we
old school, these guys.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
These guys have been out with I know they probably told you they were out with the Police.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Doing that, breaking barriers, man. You know what I mean? Breaking it down, you know what I mean? And all the stuff they've done individually, you know, over the years, just working with so many different artists. You know, Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, we did 6 years with.
You know
Nice.
what I mean?
And,
Educators.
yeah.
They work with a lot of different folks. It's a blessing for us to still be around each other.
Right.
We go back to the days of making records properly. You know what I mean? Being in the studio on tape. You know what I mean? So we
Sugar
survived
Hill
Sugar Hill Records. We survived all of that, but you know that was our training ground. You know,
training ground. That's what I mentioned,
and we
yeah.
couldn't have did it without the likes of Jigs Chase, who was the arranger on all that stuff. And it's just like, how do you get to know somebody? You follow the trail. Duke Booty or Ed Fletcher, the guy that was the author of The Message.
Right.
He was one of the connectors that kind of connected it all to it. Actually, him and Jigs came to the studio kind of like to replace us with their own band, but then they heard me and Skip play. And they were like, forget them, we're going to get down. And then they bought Darryl and Dave in.
Yeah, I think Darryl's father knew Jigs Chase.
Yeah, that's how I met. My father knew him.
Isn't that
because
why?
him and Jigs and Fletcher were jamming with saxophonist Leo Johnson in a jazz club in Newark.
In Newark.
Yeah, so Jigs said, yeah, man, bring your son. He said, my son plays sax. I said, bring your son down. So I came and started jamming with
Some history.
Yeah.
Peace out.
All
Thank
right,
you,
y'all,
guys.
blessings. Thank you, man. Had to do that. It's the
Yeah,
family.
that's
cool, man. It's family forever, man.
Oh, yeah.